All right. So example 1, I want you to write this out. That says, what are those called again? These big? Absolute values. Probably helpful that the only words on the sheet are absolute values. Those are absolute value signs. Do you guys remember what they do? Once you simplify the inside, then it turns it positive. Yep. Don't turn everything inside positive right away, or you will get the wrong answer. So what we're going to do with this problem is plug in for x, plug in for y. We've kind of already done stuff like this, right? It's not too far off from what we've done. You want to just go for a prize immediately on this one? Not right now as in like raise your hand, but as in like you don't want me to go through this one? Okay, so try it with your partner right now. You should get 21 if you do it correctly. You're allowed to use a calculator. Talk to your partner the whole time. Do not just sit silently and work next to each other. Go for it.
Alright, so first I'm just going to change the problem to be positive.
Good? We're going to give time for everybody to work.
Positive with a negative would not be.
Hey, everybody lean forward like I got a big secret to tell you. Lean forward. Everybody lean forward. Everybody. We're being silly. We're seeing silly together. Okay. All right. So, what if both of you get some? Ask me. Ask Ms. Dahlstrom. Ask another group if you want to. Okay. The only thing that you can't do is sit there and click. You also can't be working on your homework, so you might as well close that book. Okay. All right. Go back to it.
Okay.
You're welcome. Go for it. Yeah. I'm surprised actually that my planning book hasn't been stained with coffee yet this year.
I figured it was an extra epidemic.
And yet it did. Oh, it did. Okay. Would you do me a favor? Could you take this to Shelley? Thank you. All right, we ready? Okay, one hand up. Well, talk to your partner really quick. Decide if you want to come up here. If you're brave enough. Do it. We got a duck. We got a stupid goose. We got a chicken. We got a dog. 1, 2. Only one group. One hand per group. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No good on those 2?
It's always 2 or 3.
2. It is not always 2 and 3. Look, the class before it was 6.
And then 2.
Alright, must be just 2. And if you think about it, 6 is just 2 times 3.
Write it?
Whoa! All right, Elijah,
Yes?
can you come over here and talk by the computer so that the recording can pick you up?
Ooh, comfy.
Everybody else, you're gonna be silent and polite.
So, to start, you're gonna convert the numerals, right, that's what they're called, the letters?
Variables.
The variables, that's what they're called, you're gonna convert those to numbers. So, yeah, okay, so you do that, and then it gives you 36 once you multiply them together.
Mhm.
And then once you add, it'll give you, or you multiply the 5 times -3 gives you -15, and you add those together and you get 21.
Okay, and what's the absolute
21.
value of 21?
21.
Still 21. What if it was negative 21 when you finished?
It would still be 21, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you see, always change it to a positive number, but if it's positive, you keep it positive. Great, guys. You get a prize. Well done. All right, my turn. Example 2. Everybody write it down. So in case you can't read my handwriting, that has a negative on the outside of the absolute value. And then on the inside of the absolute value, it says 5a plus 3, parentheses 2ab minus 1, thank you. Parentheses, absolute value again. In this case, a is -2 and b is -3. I want to do this one. So stick with me. Please don't do that thing where you're like, I'm going to do this problem on my own. Stay with me, okay? Negative out front, absolute value, 5 times what?
-2.
All right, I'm right, times -2 here, plus 3, parentheses, 2 times -2 times -3, minus 1, parentheses, and then another absolute value sign. Okay. All right. Absolute value, let's see, 5 times a -2 is a -10. That's one positive and one negative. Are you guys okay with me doing all of these parentheses at once? Can we do it?
Yes.
Let's see, we've got 2 negatives here. What's a negative times a negative? Positive. 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12. 12 minus 1 is 11. All right, so I'm going to write plus 3 times 11 right now. Looks a lot better. Not so much of a nightmare. Okay. 3 times 11 is 33. What's 33 plus a -10? 23. And if it's already a positive 23, do I need to change it? Okay, but I'm going to write my answer as -23. Can somebody please tell me, if I just said absolute value is always positive, where'd that negative come from? Yeah, Tristan. Exactly, it was outside the parentheses, so here it is there, and here it is here, okay? That's the same negative, that's where that came from, has nothing to do with the absolute value. All right, how are we doing so far? Good, one more example and then we're good to go? This class is all zip zip. All right, 14 plus 2, absolute value, 3c plus 10a, absolute value, where a is -1/2 and b is -2/3. Now, why do you think that I think that this is a harder problem than the ones before it?
Because the fractions.
And fractions are always hard. And by always hard, I mean not so bad once you start going at it, yeah?
Did you mean to put a C?
I meant A and C, yeah, sorry. Thank you. I give you a prize, but that is just me being a dummy, not making a math mistake. And if I gave a prize every time I was a dummy, I wouldn't have any prizes left. Okay, now I'm gonna help you start this. 14 plus 2, absolute value. I'm going to change this 3 to 3 over 1 and multiply it by negative 2/3. Can anybody take a guess why I chose to make that 3 over 1 now? Elijah,
It's a lot easier,
for what?
but like multiplying fractions.
Well, how do you multiply fractions again? Anybody remember? Just multiply across, and this one didn't have a bottom before, so that's, you're right, I tried to make it easier that way. Plus 10 over 1 times negative 1/2. Absolute value. All right, so that you're confident, I'm gonna tell you right now the answer to this one is 28. Go ahead and try this with your partner. Go for it.
Times 0 by
Definitely I got like 10 to it. And then you have to, when adding, you have to do 6. So,
let's just put 2
Are you doing 7 for Math 9, or are you gonna just do the Sudoku today?